Hello. I don't have very long due to the fact that my work did the exact opposite of what I told them to do. See, I agreed to do the overnight shift on Saturday on the condition that I did not get put on the schedule for 3 p.m. on Sunday. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is 4:26 on Sunday. I bet you can figure out what happened. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that a race at Spa apparently took place today. Now, you see, since I worked the overnight last night, I was able to watch the grid at work before leaving here, right? And I'm sitting here like, dude, this track is wet as shit. Okay, it's as wet as I was after Matt Tiff got dumped by Allgaier at Bristol in 2018. So I'm super excited about this, but literally the second that my relief gets here is when they do the formation lap. So I literally sped home. I went on the interstate. That's what's behind me right now. You can't see. So I would not, miss too much of it. I knew I was going to miss like probably the first 5 laps, which is the most interesting part of every F1 race, right? No, the start was delayed because the track was so goddamn wet. And I'm like, wow, all right, we're going to get to watch this. So they started under yellow, which I didn't even know was a thing in F1. And they couldn't get the race started because the track was too wet, right? So, they completed like a lap, like a singular lap, and then brought them down pit road. And I'm like, okay, well, I gotta sleep, so I guess I'm gonna have to miss this one. So I woke up about 20 minutes ago, expecting to go on Twitter and being like, yeah, it was exciting. Someone probably died because this is Spa, right? But it didn't restart. So I'm like, okay. And then I see George Russell tweet that he got podium. And I'm like, what? I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now, dude. Am I getting punked? Am I honestly getting punked? Is Ashton Kutcher about to ratio me on Twitter because I'm getting punked right now? Did they really call the race after 2 laps and award championship points? Huh? Excuse me? Is that what happened? Apparently that's what happened. Excuse me? You would think that this would be something that happened in like the 60s. Or like they built a rule into the rule book to make sure it didn't happen. They ran a lap under caution and called the race. Bruh, this is something NASCAR would do. This makes the Daytona races like... I didn't watch, obviously, but... This makes the Talladega race last year that Hamlin won after going underneath the yellow line despite them taking away Byron spots for going under the line. But Hamlin also went under the line. This makes Talladega look legitimate. What the fuck? They gave them it was half the points, which like, okay, you're still giving points for a race. You're giving points essentially for qualifying. And I understand giving points for qualifying, because that's usually where, most of the F1 races are like, actually settled, right? So I understand. But like, at the same time, dude, what? This is stupid, dude. This is dumb. But like, you know what? I get it. I get calling the race because the track conditions were too unsafe. Like, the track existing is already too unsafe. But I'm sure that all of the, elitist gatekeeping thunder cunts on F1 Twitter that have to extrapolate at length every single time that you bring them up how much more legitimate of a sport F1 is compared to every other motorsport on the planet, because you know that they will talk about it at length every single time, right? You know that's going to happen. But like, even they have to step back for a second and be like, dude, because I know exactly what everyone's gonna say. It's like that's what I've been getting every single time that I open up Twitter is that drivers understand the risks that they're taking every single time they step into a race car. That's why them dying at the same track over and over is fine, you know? Because when in an era of motorsports where very few people are dying anymore, which is a godsend considering where we've been in the past. But in an era where barely anybody's dying, but everybody is dying or having life-altering injuries, it's all happening at the exact same track, maybe you would think that there's something wrong with the track. Possibly. I don't know if you had taken that into consideration while you were fucking dunking on me, ratioing me on Twitter, saying how much more better F1 is than every other motorsport. You know, you'd think, no, they're too busy gatekeeping the sport from all Americans because we all know Americans suck, guys. That's basically the lesson that we have learned from the 2021 Belgian GP is that Americans are stupid. And you should never listen to any of them, why are you still watching this video? That's a very good question. This race was truly one of the most thrilling ventures into automobile racing that the world has ever known. Gaston Chevrolet could not have possibly envisioned over 100 years ago when his little raggedy ass 5 horsepower buggy thing was rolling around at the speed of sound. No one could have possibly envisioned such a broad sweeping, heart pumping, spine tingling, prostate pressurizing experience of racing, such as the 2021 Belgian GP. Truly, we have ascended. Truly, we should just stop running all of motorsports because it is never going to match the absolute tenacity and tenaciousness of the 2021 Belgian GP. Just end it all. No more need for motorsports. Motorsports is over. We've peaked. This is peak motorsports. I don't know what else to say, dude. I have to go to fucking work because the people that run this place are mentally incapacitated, apparently. All I gotta say is that I'm glad that I slept instead of waiting for them to go back green. Otherwise, I wouldn't be as impressed as I am right now. Honestly, the sleep deprivation is making this a lot more entertaining. So, I'm gonna take the winnings. I'm gonna take what I can get on this one, guys. By the way, I am doing a chase predictions video because it feels like it would be. I've been doing one every year since 2014, so it feels sacrilegious to think about skipping that. But don't worry, guys. I'm still not gonna watch any of this fucking fake garbage. Well, then again, this F1 race would make Brian France blush from behind his padded cell, right? Anyway, I'm tired, but I have to work for 8 fucking hours, so I'll see you in whatever I make next. Bye.